Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you made it. You made it to another Friday. Whoa, my camera's broken. Look at that. That's never happened. But chat, look. Give me a sec. Let me go restart it. I'm empty. I don't exist. Amazing. Give me a moment. We had a whole intro, you know, what the heck, dude? We had a whole thing. Oh, it's not here. Let's see. Am I in the shot finally? No? Okay, all right. I'm cloaked as heck right now, dude. Okay. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, make sure your covert ops cloaks are ready. Make sure they're online. Make sure you are safe. You are good to go. I think it's very important that you stay cloaked and make sure. Hey. Ladies and gentlemen. What's up? How we doing? Whew. Hey, cloak disabled. How we doing, everybody? Good to see ya, everybody. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Let's try that again. Welcome back to another Friday. How we doing? Nick over on the vertical. Good to see ya. Richard, how we doing? Johan, Cam Guru, Moondawn, Caldari, Navy, Loru. That's right. Life in the foyer. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome. Cloak is super. It's very effective today. The old Cloakumus Maximus. Okay, thank you for that. So just amazing stuff. Welcome in, everybody. It's good to see a Polish fish coming in. Twitch
primed. Out of your mind for 6 months. Good to see you. Good morning, 07.
To you, my friend. Yes. Welcome in. Thanks for the Twitch Primes. Check for Twitch Primes. Ladies and gentlemen, all I need to do is hit a collidable. That's all. So, chat today is a big show. We got a big show planned. Eye of Truth, first time chatter. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome in. Big show today. Big show planned. We are not going to do the Friday fleet today. No Friday fleet today. Loru has other plans today. Plans for you to prosper, plans for you to make even better times today than recent memory. So let's just try this out, y'all. So the Friday fleet will return, don't you worry, but today is not a Friday fleet, okay? With that said, let's start a little strong. Thank you for the hype and the stuff on yesterday's CCP Games stream, our last official stream on CCP Games Twitch channel. We were definitely one of the more viewed streamers throughout the entire event. Thank you for that. Yesterday, we got some goodies that I want to give out to all of you. Which one is the big one? Yeah, this one's 160 million-esque. So Warling went and got us a big Plex pack for the upcoming Subathon. We're going to talk about it. Let's start today's stream right by just immediately showing off this Haradaoki Offender for the Cyclone fleet issue. This is 160. Ooh, it's got a little hidden thing in there. Nice. This is 160 million-esque. And if you want to win this ship, the ways to do it are, you first got to be following on Twitch or subbed on YouTube. Then you have to be in my Discord. Come on down, do those things, and you'll be eligible to enter in. Come on down, everybody. You got to do that. We'll give you all a couple minutes to get into the Discord. The 160 million-esque showing up, having a good time. It's going to be great. So maybe come back to Eve after 2 years. Ghost, it's good to see you. Here's the thing about Eve. You can put it down. It's okay. Nothing wrong with you putting down Eve and coming back after a amount of time and just making sure you have fun. As long as you have, it's a video game, right? So as long as you're having fun, you're good. If you're not having fun, put it down for a little bit. No reason to delete stuff. All these people that like delete their items and they quit Eve, they win Eve. That's not winning Eve. Okay, winning Eve is what they do. Winning Eve is when you have enough ISK generation methods that you can yeet your ships and have a good time with whatever the heck that you're trying to do. That's what it means. That's what it means. Okay, so amazing stuff. You do, Harry. You do. We got a bunch of giveaways yesterday from our stuff. We're stockpiling our giveaway folder. These are researched too, by the way. Archons. I forget who gave us to us, but somebody dropped a bunch of researched capital ships on us, which, heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah, we're going to give all this away during the good old-fashioned Subathon stream coming up. Don't you worry about it. It's going to happen. So, all right, y'all, here we go. Here we go. Skywalker Games, good to see you. First-time chatter. Playing Eve on and off for 8 years now. I'm back. We'll see how long it holds me this time. Good to have you, Skywalker. Welcome in, Skywalker. Good to see you, my friend. All right, y'all, let's do this. You've followed on Twitch or subbed on YouTube. Then you're in my Discord. The last thing you have to do in my Discord is type the word we say in chat, and the word is type GM one time, case sensitive, Cam Guru, type it again. No worries, Cam Guru, type it again. Type it'll kill me. Type GM one time, case sensitive into Discord to win this hundreds of millions of ISK skin. Thank you very much for the new follows. Good to have you. Welcome in, y'all. Good to have you. We're having a great time today, chat. I tell you, best part of Eve is whenever you come back, all the stuff is waiting for you. That's exactly right. That's literally it. The best part about it is it just comes back. So, yo, Loru plus Mrs. Loru, respect. What's up, Guru? How you doing? Mrs. Loru might be here. She's working right now. She does have a Twitch channel now. She came out. She made one to support on the official stream. That's pretty sick. You know, chat, get you a wife. It is worth it. I promise you it is. Check out this freaking skin, y'all. It's beautiful. I know the vertical people can't really see it, but you will see it very, very soon, y'all. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, everybody. Don't you worry. It's going to be a great time. No fleet today. No Friday fleet. No Friday fleet. Yeah, go to Pando's fleet. Pando killing it today. He always puts on good stuff. So definitely go check that out. We'll see about it. We got a big show today planned. With that said, my 21 research BPOs were dearly waiting for me to collect. Nice, Harry. Nice. Buying a GF 20 billion-esque. Only 20 billion. That's a cheap buy if I ever saw one. You know what I'm saying? All right, now, Nicholas, thanks for being Twitch
primed out of your mind for a full year, Nicholas. Bless you, my friend. Yes, sir.
Good to have you. Good to have you. So, chat, my back just started hurting out of nowhere. Might be Advil time for you, boy. I'm old, chat. I know I don't look it. I feel like butter spread over too much bread. Let's do going once. I'm doing fine, chat. Don't you worry. Going once, going twice. Last call on this skin. We're starting early.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sold up. Ghosto.
Absolutely at the end there. I misclicked. I clicked that button, which gives a little angry noise coming in there at the very beginning there. So, so funny. So funny. What the heck? Amazing stuff. Coming back and not knowing what you come back and you don't know what ship fits and all this stuff is. That's okay because we make a bunch of returning player guides as well, which you can enjoy. So who's gonna win this lovely skin? Who's gonna win this lovely skin? Here it is. The winner of the Cyclone Fleet Orange skin is it's Genster! Congratulations, Genster. Well done. Congratulations. We're gonna DM you after stream, Genster. Feel free to send your in-game name to me on Discord so I don't miss it happening. Feel free to do that. Okay, that's what we want to see. So we're going to get that to you very, very soon. Let's put this in the giveaway done folder. All of this is from this week. We gave away more stuff this week, but hey, 13 billion-esque. It says 10, but because this skin is only marked as 0, it's actually closer to 13 billion up in here. That's just this week. We do it all the time, y'all. What's the point in me getting all this ISK if I can't help y'all make some back? All right, Miklas coming in, gifting 5 subs to the community. Let's go, Miklas showing up. Well done, Miklas. Thank you for that. Dropping the bombs. Miklas, it's good to see you. That was 5 gifted subs coming in. Thank you, Miklas. That's right. Thank you very much for that. Does Loru have a ship naming service? I have a worm to name. You want me to name your worm? I mean, I'm just on a Dune kick, so you can call it Shy Evelude, or if it's a Shy Elude, it could be a Shy Halude. You know, you could do some kind of Shia LaBeouf meme also comes to mind. You know, you could name it Even Steven as a deep lore. You know, ooh, there it is. I like it. There's just so many options that you could do. So thank you again, Mikos. Thank you for that. Chat, as you always know, we like to do announcements at the start of our stream. At the start of our stream, to do it. I need to undock a thing very, very quick, chat. Give me just a quick moment. Thank you kindly. Yeah, we'll put this, that don't work there, that's for sure. We'll put this over here, maybe. We'll put this here. Let's try that. That's good. Okay, good. Now I can see everything. Perfect. How many tractor units does it need? We'll have to see about that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about some goodies. Then we've got a show planned today. And as you all know, we did recently hit 32,000 YouTube subs last week, 32,000. But wait, we also announced in combination with us hitting 30K, our next subathon is actually going to be on the 30th of August. I'm planning a massive 12-hour plus show, and our record on the last subathon was 800 billion ISK. We're on track to give away 1 trillion ISK that day. 1 trillion. We've got 250 billion ISK right here in our giveaway folder. This is all going to zero. I've been buying Plex with ISK and other methods. Okay, thank you. Using my own affiliate code, bless. And we're up to another 210 billion ISK. With these two combined, we're already at 500 billion. That's not counting the big boxes that Warling gave us, the absolute goat, gave us fully fit, blinged out Lokis with implants, another 5 billion ISK. A Proteus fully fit with mutated rolls. This is like a 4 or 5 billion ISK thing. A maxed out T6 Ishtar with huge implants. This is a where is it? This is a 4 billion ISK implant. All of this going to zero. All of it. We're at 500 billion so far. That's not counting the 3 Zernitras I have to give away, a Thanatos, 4 Rorquals, and another bigger surprises, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a lot of stuff coming in. We're up to closer to 600 billion ISK when I factor in all of my capitals, everything that we're going to be giving away to all of you. That's on the 30th. How do you make sure you don't miss out? Well, you're going to go to our Discord and you're going to RSVP to this event right here. Our entire events are on Discord. Okay, all of it's on Discord. And the time zone is going to auto sync to your time zone. That's the best part. That's why I love Discord. Okay, thank you very much, Life. I really appreciate that. You guys are hyping me up. I love it. So just saw your first Mackinac with Mining Sword Knight. Dude, the Mackinac is a great ship, Phantom Eyes. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Okay, show up. Don't miss it. RSVP to not miss out. We're going to have a great time. It's going to absolutely be amazing stuff. So let's keep us going, y'all. Uber here. If I auction my underwear, I'm sitting at 95 million. Hey, don't do that. We make guides so that you can increase. That's what we're here for. So, you know, you're going to have a great time. You're going to learn a lot, and we're going to have a great time. Did I mention we're going to have a great time? Thank you for that, ladies and gentlemen. So that subathon is coming up on the 30th. Thank you again for 32,000 on YouTube. We're close to 35. We hit 32,000 last week, and we're already at 32 and a half. It's going, chat. It's going. The return of the vertical stream. We're going to keep trying to do the old vertical. We're going to keep trying to do this, okay? So we are on, if you're new to how our brand works, we are live on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, X, and Kick at the same time. But we're also the only Eve partner, the first ever Eve partner to stream vertically and horizontally. I'm super vertical, okay? I'm both, chat. I am, you can choose your favorite, all right, ladies and gentlemen, because we have 2 ways to do it. And I'm a little bit annoyed because it's not showing up the horizontal one that I like it to. There it is. Okay, so you could choose. Do you want to have it be vertical or have it be horizontal? Whatever your favorite is. Some people are on their phones. I know. If you're at work and you're not working, get back to work. Okay, thank you. So we are back. The return of the vertical stream is back. Thank you for that. Chat, we just started our first ever Nomad's Tale reaction over on YouTube. This weekend, if you're driving, if you've got some work to do, I gotta tell you, this is gonna be the series that you're gonna enjoy fully. We are done with our Down the Rabbit Hole reaction. Now it's time for a Nomad's Tale. But first episode out today, and I actually got a DM from Chlorokin today saying, I'm flattered of your respectful React covered content. Keep it up, dude. And he gave me a nice heart emoji. So Chlorokin, thank you at 07 to you, chat. Let's do a shout out for the man. Let's do a shout out for Chlorokin. Definitely go follow Chlorokin, chat. This, I'm just reacting to it. Go follow Chlorokin, okay? Chlorokin is the one who makes this possible. He made literal movies with this. Check it out. It's some prime second monitor content. That's right. That's right. 07s, we'd love to see it. Absolutely fantastic. It's freaking awesome. So I wish I had the stones to make it into null so I could actually see a Rorqual in action. You will. Don't worry, buddy. It's just a matter of time, dude. You know what I'm saying? So got your sab. Welcome in, Phantomized. It's good to see you. Thank you for that. In total, I need 1.5 billion ISK to buy Omega. Here's a great, let's pause talking about the announcement so I could talk to you, Phantomized, specifically. I would not recommend buying Omega with ISK ever. EVE is a game that you can pay for and not have to spend literal real-life money to play. But if you're just starting out, if you're like trying to grind to buy Omega, it's not worth it. It's straight up not worth it, because that 1 point whatever billions is not going to be returned the first month of Omega. It's just not. There's tons of skills that you need to get the ISK flowing still increased, so I don't recommend doing it. Instead, and I mean, Phantomize, do you play golf? Because you're teeing me up, baby. There's a massive sale on the Marquee store right now. We're going to show you, Phantomize, and everybody else, how to get Omega for $10 a month with this sale. Okay, let's talk about it. And we have it written out here for you. We're going to put this into chat so you can read it. If I'm talking too fast for you, I understand. All good. I'm a fast talker. I will not apologize, okay? It's written out for you here step by step. Here's how to do it. Okay, $10 a month. Your first step. You get 3,000 Plex Pack. Now, this is going to be 100 bones up front, but you spend money up front, you save money long term. Basic investing strategy. That's how it goes. First step, get the 3,000 Plex package on the Marquee store. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to type code Loru. That's Loru. You're going to type that into this thing right here, and that's going to let you get a couple bucks off. Now, I know it's not a big discount. I get a cut. You get a discount. It's the same item you were already going to get for less money. So you can use my code and your favorite content creator's code every time you buy Plex, Omega, skins, skill points, whatever. You can use it to get that stuff, and you're going to have a great time with it, okay? So this is step 2. Now you have double sale. You get your 3,000 Plex, okay? You've done it. You receive your Plex in-game. They're going to email you. That's how this works. In the in-game store specifically, you're going to head into the in-game store, and you're going to look for the 6-month Omega. Okay, 6 month is right here. It's at the top there. 6-month Omega. It's 2,100 Plex. So 2,100 Plex divided by 6 months is about $10 a month. Triple sale. Plex sale, code Loru, in-game store, 6-month Omega sale, $10 a month, and you have 900 Plex left over. You can do with it what you want. You can have a good time with it. You can use it in various ways. We recommend you use it this way. You can use the extra Plex using our alt training guide so you can see how to turn that extra Plex into ISK forever using planetary interaction. And I promise you, if you haven't watched this video, you're literally burning cash. The title of this video is, can you afford to not train your alts? Okay, you're actually burning money if you don't do this one. So we spell this out for you over on our Patreon. 1,000 of you a month are using our Marquee store code Loru. Thank you. You've been doing that for the better part of many years now. Okay, we've had the Marquee code for about 1.5 years, I think 2 years almost. And really, since the start, we've been getting like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, and now it's averaging thousands of you. So thank you very much. It's the same game we all love for less money. And chat, if you don't want to use my code, use your favorite content creator's code. I don't care. I'm not your dad. Do what you want. Thank you very much. So that's right, Phantomize. That's the way to do it. So this sale, by the way, it ends tomorrow, I think. Ends tomorrow. So absolutely ends tomorrow. So if you're going to make the decision, I would make it now. Okay? So that's that. Code Loru. Thanks very much for everybody using it. Check out A Nomad's Tale. Thanks for watching. Thanks for 32,000 on YouTube, and definitely stick around for our Subathon that we've got coming up on the 30th of August, ladies and gentlemen. Let's gather a couple things, then let's keep doing this. So yes. And getting Abyss, you're right about that, Nicholas. Getting Abyss is definitely the best thing that you can do for sure. Oh, Durka, what to do with a second account? We have some multi-box guides. I recommend you actually check out our alt training guide, Durka, because it's going to help you to see what to do with second accounts. FC, I'm out to coffee. What to? Bring me coffee. That's what to do. It's good to have you. Seriously though, Jerka, if you play EVE, I've said this for years, the best way to play EVE online as a working adult who can just afford the $30 a month, whatever it is, to get 2 accounts, is having 2 accounts. The best way a working adult can play EVE is having 2 accounts. Because having 3 accounts, you don't get as much of a power spike. Having 1 account to 2 accounts, it's like you're playing a different game. Completely different game. Okay, and when you do it, use my code in the YouTube description to get 1,000,000 skill points. So you can save like a month of training time. That's the way to do it. For sure, Jerka. Yes, sir. You got it. You got it. You got it. I still use an alt training guide for a year after making my first alt. I'm still making hundreds of millions a month for doing nothing. Cyber Nomad coming in, dropping it. Cyber Nomad, what's up, dude? I'm glad that my content can help fund your content, dude. Go follow Cyber Nomad, chat, a content creator. Keep following. Following's free, ladies and gentlemen. Get that stuff a-going. The skin's so sick. I love it. This is the best looking Proteus skin. It truly is. And I like to let the Proteus get a little bit dirty because I'm going to actually clean the ship so you can see the difference. See the black lines? See how it looks gorgeous and you can see like the armor layers? I'm going to clean the ship. Watch. You know? You know what I mean? Not as good. Not as good. It's more sleek now and you can really see the colors, but when it's dirty, looks better, especially on this skin. So did you know you could clean a ship, chat? You go to personalization and on your fitting window, you go to personalization and then you press clean ship. Did you guys know that? How many of you didn't know that? Type 1 in chat. If you didn't know, you could clean your ship to get it like, you know, sheen and to get it nice and shiny. How many of you didn't know that? It's crazy, I tell you. So that, say people don't know. Some people don't know. It's crazy. It's absolutely. There you go. Phantomized. There it is. Clips, Lutheus, Neelan, Andreas. There it is. Boom, boom, boom. So say a bunch of you. Ozark, Harry, Pig. You learn something new every time that you show up for Loru streams. So chat, we're going to let people show up. We're going to let people keep showing up. We're going to do another big giveaway right after we do this next reaction. So everybody say hi, YouTube. Everybody say hi, YouTube. Let's see what kind of stuff we can get into to Daisies. Okay, let's make sure I have this queued up. Everybody say hi, YouTube, y'all. Okay, let me make sure that this is looking good. Turn my sound way up. Okay, let's put it right there. Well, we're 1 week in to a Nomad's Tale, and we have to see what else Chlorokin is getting into. Let's see how he can survive. Will he die? Will his ships explode? Will he be able to make billions of ISK while being solo in the vastness of space? Let's see what Chlorokin has for us in a Nomad's Tale. Definitely go support Chlorokin, chat. We like all these videos. Go sub to the man. Link will be in the description. Support the man's. Let's see what he has for us. Day 8 of a Nomad's Tale. Let's start it right about, I believe we started right at day 9. I think it was at the very end of day 9. So let's start right here. Let's see what we got.
All right, today is day 9, and we have stumbled upon a class 4 Shattered Wormhole with a null stack 4 and 5 static. The cool thing is these deep shattereds, some people use the Nomad setup and post up in these systems because the spawn rate.
What is a shattered wormhole? For those that don't know, a shattered wormhole is a wormhole that is unique. It's different comparatively, and these were actually changed recently. These are now where, if you remember the Nexus Reckoning event that was earlier this year, we're filming this in July of 2025. The Nexus Reckoning changed how these wormholes operate. These are now dedicated, like named systems, like Asja, whatever the heck. It's a bunch of consonants that I can't pronounce, chat. The function of the system hasn't changed overall. There's different POIs in there now comparatively to when this was filmed. But what a shattered wormhole is a system with a massive amount of signatures. And when I say massive, I mean there's probably 100 in one area. Like normally you get like 4 or 5. You can look at his probe window like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's just a ton, and it's just a lot. People are going to do. He'll probably talk about seeding in this, where people just leave characters there so that way they can just keep farming stuff. How can you find them? You just got to keep scanning. You got to keep scanning stuff down. That's the way to do it. So what's say about it, Chat?
Is high, and you can get pirate relic sites in the higher class wormhole space, which is exclusive to these shatters. And to that note, we are going to take a look at some of the booty in this system before we get into it. So you'll notice right off the bat, there's a lot of relic sites in here. There's 6 on.
I mean, look at that. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He said 6. There's another one. 5 relic sites that I can see, and 1, 2, 3, 4 data sites. This is another big point. Maybe I might keep it here so y'all can see it, because if he stays in this view, I'm just going to keep the view here. So prioritize relic sites when you're doing exploration, because they typically have higher yields ISK per hour, and then go to the data sites. That's something I've noticed. If I'm wrong, if you guys want to correct me in the chat, please come on down.
Screen right now. If we look at them. Sorry, 5 on screen? Yeah, 5 on screen.
5.
If you look at them, it's
Crazy.
triple Sancha, double Garista. And obviously we know Sancha is the most expensive relic site, and Garista is the second most. So that pretty much is like an explorer's dream right there to have 5 juicy sites right next to each other, all scanned out. So we're gonna bang those out. And the other thing we saw that we want to do is this vital core.
Yep. Gas site.
We're gonna ninja that and get some good money off of that as well.
Love gas sites.
And the last thing I want from this system is one of these wormholes to lead to a low-class J-space system. Now we know that 3 of them do not, because one of these is null, one of them is 4, one of them is 5, right? But hopefully one of these leads to maybe a C2 or a C3, so we can get to K-space again. And then we'll run all of our...
If you don't know how to identify wormholes and how to do that, we actually did a video about wormholes that Chlorokin guest starred in. So if what he's saying is like, how the hell do you know this stuff? It's actually in that guide for you, because wormhole space is completely different from the rest of EVE. And it really is a unique experience. So how to understand what wormholes, their look is different depending on where they go. The numbers before are not random. A K162 is an exit, for example. So there's just a lot of things that you can learn from that wormhole guide. Definitely go check that out.
Booty to Jeddah and pick up some tier 3 cruisers.
Yep. T3C time.
Next, we're going to check in with all of this loot, and we're going to add it all up and see what we got. See you then.
Okay.
So we have cleared out all but one Sandshaw relic site, and we're going to show you what that looks like at 5 times speed to cherry pick one of these.
Yep.
And hopefully get some good loot. So let's see what
Got
happens.
a cherry pick, chat.
So on 8 mil.
These you should probably clear the whole thing.
1 mil, 2 mil.
Okay.
Small fry stuff.
So look at how he's doing it.
Huh? Okay.
Look at how he's doing it. Okay. He's got the micro warp drive on in between. Let me turn my pen tool on. He's got the micro warp drive on in between. He pulses it. He doesn't leave it on. And it looks like he's turned off his cargo scanner so that he can keep on a warp core stab. That's possible what it is. So he like starts here, goes to this one, finishes that one, goes to this one, all with an MWD on. So you just go back to back to back. We're going to over-explain in this series so the new bros can see stuff. Any ship, Phantomize says, any ship recommendations for exploration while being alpha? Heron is perfect. Heron is perfect. And really any Caldari ship, we can pause the reaction because this is actually perfect pertinence for this. Any Caldari ship is going to help you a ton with this because the Heron, why the Heron? It's got a bunch of mid slots. Tons of mid slots. It's better than the other exploration ships for starting out because it's got 5 mids comparatively to even the Magnate. I believe only has 4 mid slots over here, over on the Amar side. Let me go see this. Yeah, 3 mid slots. And the Imicus for Galente has 4? Yeah, has 4. So the Heron has 5 mid slots, and that's why you want that. Why do the mid slots matter for exploration when you're just starting out, especially as an alpha? Because you can fit both relic and data scanners. They're unique sites for unique things. So what's the next step after Heron? That's a long question, and we do have some guides on that. You can go check out our channel for exploration stuff. That is another video. That would be its own video, Jerka, so I'm not going to answer that while we're reacting, you know what I'm saying? Ask me another day, and we will definitely talk about that. The short answer is hit the Tech 2 version or get an Astero. That's the short version. So
nothing good from this one, huh? Okay. Well, that is all the relic sites. So
how we do?
Let's take a look at what we got. Put it all together.
He's using a probe right now, by the way.
So we finished ninjaing the VCR.
Ooh, how much money did he get from that data site? I went too fast, chat. Sorry. Let's see.
So let's take a look.
Let me pause. I can't see it because YouTube is like in the way. There's like a YouTube button that's in the way, so it's
look
fine.
What we got. Put it
Looks
all
like
together.
he got about 131 million ISK from one of those sites, and there was 5 of those sites.
Okay.
Nasty.
So we finished ninjaing the VCR.
VCR is the gas site.
Those 5 relic sites, and all we got out of it, about 160 mil.
Okay, so we got out of the 5. Excuse me. So that was the total thing. I was about to say one site gave him 130 mil, whatever. So all 5 relic sites got him about 163 million. So this is lower on the value, and even the gas site got him a total of only 17 million. No, 100 million because this is the ISK. Excuse me, single cell buy. ISK per M3 cell. So this is the ISK per M3. So we made about, it looks like 90 million from the total gas cloud site, and the rest of it was coming from the data relic site. So not a ton, honestly.
That was a bit on the low side.
Pretty low. But still, 200 million from a venture and a probe.
The VCR rats came at 15 minutes, kicked us out a bit early.
Yep.
And
that's why.
One of the relic sites was a dud. The one that had, I think,
the gas site has rats that spawn as pirates that spawn, and they're nasty. They are sleepers. They're very nasty. They will destroy you. They will end your life. Okay, they're very tough, and they show up after about 15 minutes. So they kicked them off the gas site. Okay.
They use. So a bit of a bummer. However, there's a bit of a silver lining. In that shattered wormhole that we just came out of back to our base.
Nice.
There is a connection to another shattered, a C13, a Wolf Riot, small shattered.
Wow.
So we're going to go into there next. We're going to do relic sites and ninja gas. If there's anything worth ninjaing, there's a bunch of bad sites in there too. So
crazy.
See how that goes.
Finding back-to-back shattereds like that is a large thing.
So in the spirit of showing things that take a while, sped up, we're going to look at what it takes to scan down an entire system quickly.
Yep.
Because although most EVE players have scanned down entire systems with a lot of signatures, when you live out in deep Anoicus, you kind of have to do this
all the time.
You have to scan
all the
down
time.
Huge swaths.
Let me show you how to speed this up, because he's doing this solo. It's one of the reasons why Wormhole Corps are so vital if you're in a wormhole. And again, he's living by himself, but they scan down all the things together and put them all in a shared folder so that they can look at stuff. So if we go to our my maximum scanning fit, I'll show you this. And if you remind me, chat, I'll remember to put it in the description. This ship is not for hacking. This is for scanning. Okay, this is a maximum scanning pacifier. Pacifier, one of the best scanning ships in the game. They're pretty expensive right now. They're about 400 million-esque, about 450 million-esque for one. You can do this in an Astero. You can do this in other things, but I'm going for max scanning. So we have a base sensor strength of 136. This number is going to denote how fast you scan stuff down and how many times you have to click the button. So if you get your sensor strength over 120, you're already good. Close to 100 is the goal. When I put my pod in, let's get into a pod. I'll show you what we can do here. This is our mid-grade scanner pod. It's about 1.2-ish billion. This is mid-grade virtue scanning. We're gonna, let's get into this pod right here. When we do that, you're going to see this jump. You're going to see this go up quite a bit. And I believe it gets close to 200 if I IIRC. Let me see, did it load yet? Did it load yet? Looks like it hasn't loaded yet. How about now? 183. Okay, so you go from 140, 130-ish to like 180-ish. That is a massive increase, and I can 2-tap most sites. 8 AU, boop, 1 AU, boop, and it typically just, or 2 AU, whatever it is, and just scan it down. So this is your max scanning fit. I'll put this in the Loru gaming chat so y'all can have it. This is what I recommend, especially if you're in a Wormhole Corp or any, my Corp lives in Pochvin. I actually keep this fit ready to go in HiSec, in Jitta, ready to do, so that when my Corp needs me to scan down the Kino hole, the home system hole, I can just do it. I can help them out. So I literally keep it in Jitta. It's permanently parked here so that when they need me to scan stuff down, I can. I totally can. So this is what I would use for max scanning. This is going to take a long time. I'm going to mute this while I talk over this, actually, because he's going to keep scanning this. This is going to take you a crap ton of time. And if you're trying to do Wormhole living solo, he's showing a shattered wormhole here, which is going to be like the apex of scanning. You're going to do this a ton. So getting your scanning skills up before you go into wormholes is essential, in my opinion, because even though this is a shattered system and you're showing like the, you know, the absolute like, oh my God, this is going to take you forever. Like this is the biggest one you can possibly scan down because there's 10s of these instead of 4 of these, right? You're still going to want better scanning skills. So I'm saying all this because don't do, oh, he's talking about some good stuff. So let me actually rewind because I think I remember this part. Don't just jump into wormhole space unless you have good scanning skills. That's what I'm saying. So yeah.
I go from celestial to celestial scanning at either 8 or 4, depending on my mood. And
scans at 8 AU or 4 AU using the probe scanner. You can mess with the probe scanner window that's right, it's right here, okay? And my horizontal people can see it. He's set to 2 AU right now. He starts at 8 and then goes to 2 is what it looks like. We tend to
systematically shrink the signature ranges down from celestial to celestial. However, in this one, there's so many celestials and they're all kind of congealed in there. We kind of just gave up and started 8 to 4ing it down.
Yep.
But at this point, we pretty much got him in a small area. And if you've scanned a lot of SIGs like this, you'll know that those last a bunch in that area.
So it took him about 10 minutes to scan down 18 SIGs in a probe, it looks like. Pretty good. So see, you can do it in a Tech 1 ship. You don't need a pacifier that's like 500 million-esque. You can do it in just a Tech 1 probe.
It'll take a while.
Totally possible.
All right. Now we have scanned this entire system. We know what's in here.
Okay.
And let's take a look. So we have a ton of gas.
Tons.
Absolute ton of
My
gas.
God. 4
bountifuls, 3 VFRs. So this is going to pay a lot of money when I'm done
Yep.
engineering it.
God, I miss gas mining in wormholes.
Sites. We have a shitload of wormholes. What we're going to do is we're going to spend some time and take all these gas sites, and then we are going to scan our way out of this hole, because I do believe it has a C3 exit. So one of these wormholes is a C3, which...
One of those wormholes is a C3, and you can watch our wormhole guide to understand. A C3 is a middle of the pack wormhole. It's one of the best ones to go into if you have some buddies. If you just want to go farm a little bit, a C3 is a good starting point because the ISK is good. Still difficult a little bit, but C4s and C5s, stuff gets hairy real fast. There are capital ships in C5s that you need to do some of the ratting there. Are skills or equipment more important? It's a great question. The short answer is it's neither. It's how you fly the ships. So you can have a lower skill point character with Tech 1 modules, but if you understand the game, if you understand how to play Eve, how to fly it, that's better. So skills give you raw stats, which help you to do better. The equipment that you fly is going to unlock certain activities. So I don't think they're comparable is the short answer, okay? This is EVE Online. Antonius, someone comes in saying, what game is this? It's EVE Online, thank you for that.
Has a 20% chance of high sec, 60% chance of low sec, and 20% of null sec. So that'll get us to Chitta. So I'm going to spend a couple hours, grab this gas, and we'll check back in. So right now we're chasing a bunch of ventures around our system here. They came into the planet. So they came in there, trying to clean up the clouds that I left that had shitty gas in them, but obviously can't do that. Let's see if we can spook him one more time. Let's see if he's still here, actually. No, he left. Oh no, he's still here. Which one of these are you at? Are you at a safe?
What he's doing right now is he's clicking on a Celestial and spamming D-scan with a tight angle on his D-scan. It's hard to see because, not even because I'm here, but because there's like a play button here, okay? He's got his D-scan set to a very tight angle. And he's checking every single moon, trying to find where these ventures are. I'm going to give you the tech though, chat. When you find a bunch of like miners, ventures, prospects, any people like that are trying to mine the gas, mine the ore, what I like to do in my Proteus, and actually I'm in the ship that I was just inside of Wormhole, or I was in the ship. Let me go back to this Proteus here. What I like to do is I like to have an expanded cargo hold. Well, this isn't the right fit actually. What I like to do is take when I'm out hunting, is take an expanded probe launcher and keep combat probes. And if I notice a bunch of ventures, I'll just let the combat probes go out. If anybody worth their salt is mining gas in a shattered wormhole, okay, they're going to see those combat probes and bug out. They're going to leave. If they don't leave, I get free venture kills. So it's a smoke screen. It makes them leave if I want them to leave. If I'm like, look, I want that gas. And if they don't pay attention, I just get the kill anyway.
Which one of these are you hiding at? There they are. Oh, he found you, you dirty dog. Let's go scare him one more time. He's going to warp off to, I guess this one? I forgot what sig that was, but let's just spook him one more time. Give him the old spooky. So we're actually going to wind a hole, just in case he's got some scrams on this thing. He hasn't reacted to this yet. He's just sitting there. Oh man. I wonder if he brought something to fuck with me. Like there's a tier 3 on grid or something like that.
So Chlorokin is seeing that this group of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ventures that he's found, D-scanned him down, warped to him, and he's in some kind of covert. He's in some kind of covert op ship. It might be a cheetah because he's in a exploration site. This is not a probe. I was wrong because he's got a covert cloak, and you can't put covert cloaks on Tech 1 ships. He was saying, hey, they're not leaving. This is really good, and this shows you how skilled Chlorokin is, and I'm glad that we get to show this to y'all. Because these guys are not reacting, there's only 2 options. Only 2. Either they're blind and don't realize that you're on grid with them, or they're bait. There's no in between. None.
Obviously not going to kill myself here. Oh, he brought another venture in. It's a whole venture squad. So many ventures. Does he notice I'm sitting here yet? I'm decloaked. I'm just sitting here. I think he's trying to land something on grid and bubble me, maybe. Circle back around here. Oh, he does have a saber. Look at that. Smart, dude.
So he's furiously hitting D-Scam, and he sees a saber. And the name is similar. Okay, it's kind of hard to see because it's in the corner here. The name is similar to the names of the ventures, so you can assume it's his saber. Okay. So he leaves.
Beautiful. That was pretty nice.
Good job leaving.
Gotta admit.
Would have gotten him.
So we called that. He was trying to bubble me on grid. He got pretty close too. That was pretty funny.
Good job, dude.
Okay, so we have finished the 7 gas sites in the C-13. And because it was a C-13, only small ships can get in. Of course, the routes were not cleared. So we could only ninja them. So we had 7 ninjas, which all 7 of which had C-28, so it's nice and easy to see how much we got. We copy-paste this and throw it in Eve appraisal, and we are left with about 500 mil.
What's this website he has? It's called Eve Appraisal. Eve Appraisal, okay. And no drops. I'm not sure what you mean, Dave. This Eve Appraisal has no drops. And make sure you can make sure your stuff is linked there, Day, by pressing ! drops, okay? And Eve Appraisal is a website that you can look at JITA and other market prices no matter where you are. And this is important because the in-game tool lets you see how much stuff is, but it's an estimated price. It's an estimated. So if you're in a wormhole, the estimated price might be 0 ISK because there's no market value in the region you're in. So you go to Eve Appraisal, you paste it in, and you'll notice his stuff here is saying,
throw it in Eve Appraisal.
It's a little bit hard to see again because it's down here, but his stuff is saying it's 250 million ISK. Eve Appraisal is saying this is like 570 million ISK, 430. So that's a way more accurate showcase. EveAppraisal.com. Use that website.
And so it is about 15 to 20, we'll say 20 minutes per ninja. So that's 2 hours, 20 minutes, plus the relic sites, which was about 10 minutes. So 2.5 hours.
Dang.
About 500 mil.
By the way, we were talking about multi-boxing. He's got 500, let's call it 500 million just for the sake of averaging, of gas and exploration. One of the first things I did with multi-boxing was I had one account that was out gas mining in a prospect, while my other account was on a Proteus doing combat sites and doing some exploration, okay? Because I had 2, the gas site was just churning while my main was doing stuff. This principle is why I recommend you have 2 accounts to play Eve. Because if you're doing level 4s on your main, whatever, your alts can be hauling stuff to market. If you're doing level 4s on your main, your alts can be salvaging. That's actually the first thing I did with my alt was I got it salvaging. I came in, salvaged my own crap. I found that wasn't really worth it, so I stopped really doing that. You can be doing exploration on your main while your alt Mackinac is on a high-sec ore belt somewhere. You know, having 2 accounts is the best way to play Eve as a working adult because of this reason. Doing 2 things at once, your ISK per hour goes up by many factors. Now, 3 accounts compared to 2, not as much power increase. 4 accounts compared to 2, not as much power increase. You do get more out of it, chat. Let's just be honest. You'll be able to mine stuff faster, do stuff faster, but it's more money spent. I'm mainly, whenever we talk about this kind of stuff, I'm mainly about how much money are you spending versus the enjoyment. What's your fun per hour, okay? And I think your fun per hour is maximized when you have 2 accounts at least on your and Omega'd, okay?
100 mil an hour. That's pretty good, especially because most of that time is spent just with 3 ventures orbiting a cloud watching Netflix, so not bad.
Right, he was like, I was just watching Netflix. He says we're using Tech 1 scoops. That's a big deal because you're mining slower, a lot slower than the Tech 2 scoops. That's the gas scoops. A lot slower.
So we're going to compress this. We also have some other gas here. I think we have to do this fucking thing, right?
He's going to compress it with his Orca.
Compress.
Yep. This is so much easier to do now. They've buffed this since then.
Compress.
And he throws it into the mining hold. And see how he's using the Orca? He's using the Orca, if you missed our last episode, he's using the Orca as a station, as a place to store things. And again, I'm glad that we're reacting to this because this is how eFrontier plays where you establish a colony in space. I love survival games and I love Eve. So playing Eve Frontier, I think if you watchers like both of those things, you'll probably like Eve Frontier. Now the game isn't done yet. It's still got, in my opinion, 2 years out before it's a fully fleshed out game. So just come back then. You know, if you don't want to check out an alpha game, that's totally fine. So, but this is pretty sick. He's got, we do this all the time where you can see he's even got a named, he's even right here. It's kind of, let me, can I zoom in? Do I have my zoom tool? Let me see if I can do that. Right about here, he's got relic loot. Let me go back to this. Give me a sec. I'm gonna try to get my zoom tool coming in. Come on out there. So right about here, yeah, he's got a small standard container that says relic loot. This is something not everybody knows about, and I show this whenever it comes up because I use this all the freaking time. We have these small standard containers. You can get these. You can assemble them in station. They take 100 M3 of cargo space, but they give you 120. So you lose 100 in your main cargo bay, but you get another 20 M3. This is really good on ships like the Proteus, where we only have 400 cargo. So 100 of it is taken up by this loot folder here, and then I get another 20 M3 out of this. This is good because this Proteus is actually built for going in to go kill sleeper caches, sleepers inside of wormholes. That's what this is for. I have these just in case there's like a free data site, whatever the heck. So, you know, this is blue loot, does not take up a lot of space. I can take another, you think about 120 versus 100, that's another 20% of cargo space for the item, and they're super cheap. How much are these? Small standard containers. One of these is, what is it, 5,000 ISK, 10,000 ISK? It's 4,500 ISK for one. You know, super simple to get into, super simple to check out. Definitely recommend that y'all do that. It's just those little things, those little tidbits will help you to level up your EVE Online playthroughs for sure. So one running a Porpoise, one running a Hulk, and mining for super chill. I can tell you, Azeron, if you have 2 accounts and you're high-sec mining specifically, the best way to do it is 2 Mackinaws. Because I've done the ISK per hour calculations, and 1 booster, you need at least 3 ships to be worth it. Now, 2 Mackinaws is more micro. The Porpoise is way less micro if you have Porpoise Mackinaw. Because if you Porpoise Hulk, God, it's just so much micro for really not a lot of ISK. You might as well do Mackinaw. And I set a 10-minute timer. And when the 10-minute timer's up, I tab back in. Honestly, that's the way to do it. So, for sure.
At all? Okay. That's all of it? Mm-hmm. Sweet. So let's just see real fast how much gas we have. We have, let's see here. What is it? 24K per. It might be a little less than that.
So he's made $1 billion ISK.
Gas. Not bad.
Just under.
So that wraps up today's PvE. We do need to find a connection. Unfortunately, that C13, although it does have a C3 static inside, I totally forgot that I obviously cannot get the blockade runner through C13 because it's just small hole. So
C13 is the shattered wormhole. You can only fit frigates and destroyers in a shattered wormhole. Only. Nothing else fits through the wormhole. That's how it is. I love this because now you can only get, I think, can other cruisers go in there too? I don't remember. I don't think so. I think it's just frigates and destroyers. Chat will correct me. But you can't fit a Viator. Can't fit a blockade runner in there.
We're going to have to find another connection. I might leave it for tomorrow. We will see. And we'll get this stuff back and sell it and be happy.
Sounds great. Day 9 complete.
So it's finally happened. After much ado and setting up and getting ready, we are finally back on track to start fighting things. First tier 3 cruiser out here is the classic Loki.
Loki, baby.
A ship I have been using since it was considered one of the worst.
Yep. Now it's one of the best ships in the game.
Let's see how many kills we can get on this thing. Should be fun.
Loki is one of the best ships in the game, quantifiably. I just put out a video about the most used ships in EVE, and spoilers, the Loki is the #1 most used ship in EVE in terms of kills and deaths. It's the most actively used ship, we'll put it that way. Maybe other ships are used more and they're just not being killed, but the Loki is the most used ships in terms of active kills, deaths. Loki's great. I like the Proteus, but the Loki still has its roles comparatively.
Is the map that I set up, and we're going to drag it right on screen here. Okay. So this is the map I used today.
Pathfinder.
And you remember at first we talked about a shattered system? That's this right here.
Yep.
Okay, so that's connected to our home. We also found that Wolf Riot, the C13, that was connected to the Shattered. Okay. Then we wanted to get home after we mined all that gas, those relics, blah, 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 chase those ventures around. We wanted to get home. To get there today was a fair amount of steps. We did a lot of scanning to get out. So we ended up taking 3 Class 3s below sec. And then that brought us to Jeddah. Basically...
And so what he did, and let me get my zoom tool out here again, was he farmed in this C13. This was step 1. He farmed here. His home is here. Okay, this is where he lives. He lives in this C4. Okay, this is my best impression of a house. I will not apologize. Okay, thank you. I'm an artist. Okay, chat. So he farmed it in step 1. He got his stuff. He had to go through this one. This was step 2. He came back to home. That's step 3. He scanned all this down 1, 2, 3 jumps away to low sec, and then he went from low sec to Jeddah. Man. So sometimes you just don't get lucky with your sales. And he had to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 just in wormhole space, not even counting the jumps from low sec to Jeddah to sell his wares. Man, sometimes that's what you got to do. I recommend he's doing a Nomad playstyle, so he has to sell stuff to upkeep his things. But if you're just living out of a low sec station, you don't have to haul every day. In fact, I haul my stuff once a month-ish. Okay, so you can even see this is in Jeddah. This is a large standard container. This is our loot folder. I'll sell all this stuff once a month. We got about 600 million ISK in here of just skins and Proteus things that I was crafting and other, actually these are going to go into our haul ready folder because I'm going to craft stuff with it. So all of this is just stuff that I've acquired through just playing the game. And I typically sell stuff once a month because I focus on playing the game. Okay. Not on the spreadsheets and infrastructure, whatever. Could I make more if I upkept the market and checked on stuff every day and logged in? Yeah, I could, but I want to get out there. I want to go combat some ships. I want to go into a wormhole with my Proteus and go check on some things. You know what I'm saying? I want to play the game. It's one of the best parts about Eve is that what Chlorokin did here isn't wrong. He did it fine. I play slightly differently, and you probably do too. That's okay. Eve is a vast game. There's no right way to play Eve. What I recommend you do, that's right, Nail, is the fun per hour, correct? So
I checked the first C3 out. The low sec is far from Jeddah. Checked the second one. It's even farther. Checked the third one. It's pretty close. So we went with that one instead of looking for a high sec connection. So that's basically where we're at today. So we have successfully sold everything. We had about 2 bill in the Corp bank for the first time since coming back to the game. And now we have started to outfit ourselves for combat. So
big deal.
What I envision in the coming weeks and days is some kill mails. So that should be fun.
Big deal. That Loki is gonna work.
So as
those ventures
up my ninja
gonna get
of
popped.
This vital core reservoir.
Okay.
I noticed something really cool, and this is probably common knowledge among wormholers, but I'm still learning a lot of things. So I thought this was neat. And if you don't know this, you're also gonna think it's neat. So in wormhole space, they have system names J followed by 6 numbers. Okay. You also have a constellation and a region, just like in K-space. The thing I didn't realize is that the region prefix begins with a letter. And which letter of the alphabet it is, that is the class of wormhole you're in, right? So A, B, C, D, E, F, that's class 6, right? Pretty fucking cool. We can test that by going here.
Interesting.
And looking at this system, we have a bookmark in. It's C. It means it's a class 3. Thought that was kind of cool. So you don't even need outside websites to even instantly know what class wormhole you're in.
That's a big deal. Let me rewind that because I don't think y'all got that.
To even
I don't think y'all got that. Let me rewind
test
this.
that by going here.
Let me find the right spot. So in your actual in-game menu, this is a big deal. I didn't know this either. So I literally learned this. I have been going to outside websites forever to do this. So when you have a bookmark, he's scanned down a wormhole. He's bookmarked it. Okay, you've got the BM, right? You right-click the SIG, okay? You right-click the SIG, and in the SIG of the wormhole, it'll show the region that the wormhole is in. Is that what he's saying? And then, depending on the starting letter of the info of the wormhole, that's the class. So this is an F. So this is class 6, because A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, etc. Is that what he's saying? That's pretty sick. Only works for the system you're currently in. Okay. So he's in a system. You're in a wormhole. You're inside of a wormhole system. You've scanned down another wormhole. He right-clicks that guy, and it shows this. That means that this wormhole is going to lead to a class 6. Big deal. Yo, chat, I didn't know this. Chlorokin. Helping out the people. Look at that, dude.
It's class 6.
Look at that.
Right? Pretty fucking cool. We can test that by going here.
Interesting.
And looking at this system, we have a bookmark in.
Not the signature, only system info of current system. Okay, sorry, let's do this again. Okay. He's in a wormhole. All right, editor, you can keep that part in so people could see my mistakes. He's in a wormhole system. He scanned down a signature. He right-clicks that signature, and you see that the region we're in is this. That means that this wormhole is a class 6. Okay. That means that this wormhole he's in is in a class 6. Okay. Got it. Understood. Still good information.
C.
Definitely, Zev, definitely.
I thought that was kind of cool. So you don't even need outside websites to even instantly know what class wormhole you're in.
What's up, Almain?
Cool.
We're doing EVE Online reactions.
So
good to see you.
While I'm in the learning mood, I went ahead and...
Switch Rig says, I save all the suns and keep record of each system that I go to. Really? So you right-click and bookmark the sun, and then that will give you information on the system. So intriguing.
And mapped out.
Kevin on the vertical asks, what's EVE Online about? Man, you found the channel at the right time, brother. We have an entire new player experience playlist for you, built for day one players. You can play EVE for free, especially using my link in description. I get like a little bit of stuff from it. You get a bunch of things. Enjoy it. Check it out.
Connections between wormholes in a standard table form.
Interesting.
Basically, what we're looking at is this is the system you are currently in, right? So this is just a
It wouldn't be EVE without a little
probability table. So basically what this means is you're in a class 1 wormhole. You have a 57% chance to have a high sec static. You have a 29% chance for a low, and a 15 for no, okay? So now I understand what this means. Let's look at a couple things that stand out immediately. The first is the K-space box, I want to call it. This is class 1, class 2, and class 3.
Chat, we're not beating the allegations. One of our vertical chatters, Almain, it's good to see you, says, is this game still known as the Excel spreadsheet game? I was gonna say no, but I can't deny. So what I'll tell you though, this is pretty sick. Check this out. If you're in high sec, you have a really high chance to find a 1, 2, and 3 wormhole. You're not gonna find these. Just not. Excel Online. There it is. Yes, exactly. If you go into other areas, you can find, if you're in a C3, the chance you find a C4 is 50%. So if you want to get onto a C5, which is the best wormhole you can live in, this is where capital ships go, this is where some of the best farming is. Once you find your first C5, you can find more C5s and C6s. This is the best, technically the best class of wormhole, but C5s are the most trafficked because of C6's difficulty. C6 is like a raid if you come from other MMOs. So how you literally go down the wormhole chain is you start in high, roughly speaking, and then you head into other areas. But look, if you want to find a C3, the best place to do it, look at that, is a low sec. So if you and your buddies are trying to go into a class 3 wormhole, the best place to do it is actually go into low sec. You're going to have a better chance to find those. I didn't know that. That's pretty intriguing.
These wormholes always have a connection to K-space. To get in here, it's not guaranteed. All of the statics only lead to other wormhole space, right? You can actually look at the data and notice trend.
When you say static connection, my understanding, because this is important, my understanding of a static connection is that it will always have some kind of wormhole like that. So if you're in, I don't know, some low sec system number 1, whatever, if you go there and you scan down a wormhole, okay, today, the probability it leads to low sec, it's hard to see that, is high, okay? Probability it leads to low sec is high. Tomorrow, when this wormhole dies, when another wormhole spawns, because that's how wormholes operate, the probability this is going to be low sec is again 60%. That's my understanding. I could be wrong. correct me if I'm wrong, chat, because again, wormholes, there's a lot of this kind of stuff in it. Understanding how the systems connect is the entire game when it comes to wormholes specifically. And if you're just joining us, if you've never seen Eve before, man, there's a ton more to stuff in Eve. This is just covering wormholes for this one. So for sure, amazing.
The most obvious one that stands out to me is something that players refer to as, and you've heard me mention earlier in this very video, a C5 highway. I want you to look at this chart here and see if you can find the C5 highway.
C5s lead to C5s. Or is it C4s lead to C5s?
You guessed here, you're absolutely right.
Yep.
This is the C5 highway. And what this means is that all of high class wormhole space has a huge chance to redirect to class 5s.
Yep.
Which
the best wormholes have a higher chance directing to the best wormholes. Okay. That's, in layman's terms, if you got on a class 5 wormhole, you're highly likely to find more class 5 wormholes which have the best loot. That's it. So I don't know how I ended up here. I just got home from work and I was just playing on my YouTube. Guess the algorithm got you a alert. What's up, Olin? It's good to see you, buddy. We're doing EVE Online reactions today. Welcome in. Remember, EVE Online is free to play, free to check out. And this is like wormhole space. When you just start, you don't need to worry about all this. You're going to have a great time.
It really means you're pretty much going to end up in a class 5 if you wander around long enough up here.
Ding.
And that's very good because class 5 and class 6 have the best PvE, and you can do stuff with capitals and so on and so forth, right? So you want to end up in class 5s. The other thing to note is that out of all the wormholes here, there's only 2 that are reciprocal. And the first one should be obvious based on what we just talked about. Class 5
C5.
wormhole.
Yep.
This is reciprocal with itself, meaning it's most likely to link to another class 5.
And
that's where we get the term
C4s
highway
and
from. It
C3s,
just so
right?
happens that 4 and 6 also highly link to it.
Right.
Class 4s also have a
right. So see, like, if you're in a C4, make sure I have the right one here. Let me erase this. If you're in a C4, the odds that you get another C4 are 50%. So C4s lead to C4s. This is important, and same with C3s. This is important because if you're wormhole hunting, this is both a farming tool you can use, and it's also a logistic tool. Because if you're in high sec and you find a C3, the probability that leads to another C3 is about half. That has a static, has a constant lane to other C3s. Wormholers are going to use this, and it's hard to see on the white black background there. So if you're in a C3 and you are farming there, the odds that there's somebody else like 1 or 2 jumps away in other C3s is very high. You got to be careful. You got to be dangerous because, as always,
you are never safe in Eve.
It's just a reality of the game.
high chance, a majority chance, to link to another C4. So in a way, there's almost a little mini C4 highway. The only problem is that if you look at the other connections, it's very unlikely that other wormholes will link to a C4.
For sure.
So once you're in the C4, it's not so much a highway, it's more like a service road, if you will.
It's a very fair point from Wick. Do not try to live in a C5 with a static C3. It gets very difficult to get back to high sec. Fair enough.
Stay in that little pocket, but you do have to, actually stay in it. You can't just take the C5 highway, go out to a C6, and then almost be guaranteed to come right back in.
Right.
I thought that was interesting. This chart really illuminates how the class interconnectivity works, and it's definitely worth looking at and understanding.
Well done, Kurogan. This is great.
So I think it's possible that this vital code reservoir was cleared of rats, because we're now 22 minutes into this ninja, and that's a bit long. So what it makes me think is that the guys that live in this hole at Fortizar, this is a class 6 system, they probably know I'm doing this if they're on right now, and they're probably going to have a bubble at the connection. So what we're going to do is we're going to send one of our guys back right now and see what happens real quick.
Warp drive.
So he's getting the willies.
Because I have the strangest feeling that if these guys are active now, they are going to stop me here at this gate. So they're not here.
Maybe it's through the other wormhole. Oh, you just saw a bunch of mobs right there, bro.
Oh,
Yep, there it is. They spawned. Get out of there, dude.
So basically, the rats spawned really late. That was almost 24 minutes, right?
Oh, sleeper battleship.
So indeed, they did not clear it. So that means they're probably not watching me. But
nice.
I still probably made the right choice there.
Totally agree.
By respecting
Totally
their
agree.
ability to control this whole.
So what just happened was he was on this gas site, and since he understands how these gas sites work, he knows like, hey, 15 minutes in, the mobs should spawn. He is sitting on this gas cloud. There's no mobs. While he's recording, while he's scouting stuff out with his other venture, the mobs spawn. And these are sleeper battleships and frigates. They will murder you. Okay, these are the mobs that when you see a random venture kill in Wormhole space, and it just dies to a mob, and it does one shot and people die, it's these mobs. It's these guys right here. I tell you, it's so true. So this is really well done for Kurokin. Good stuff getting out of there alive, brother. Well done.
Respecting their ability to control this whole spooky stuff.
Trust your gut, champ. Trust the
so
willies.
Today is day 11.
11?
I have logged on to my kingdom, or maybe park bench. I don't know what you want to classify it as.
Kingdom.
And it does appear as though all the signatures are gone in my system. So while I slept, a rather large group of people, or somebody with many accounts, came in here and cleared a lot of rats. Well.
Yep.
If it's not another shattered system.
Jeez, dude.
With
Another one.
I mean, that's a fair amount of signatures, right?
Crazy.
Let's do this again. Let's scan these fuckers down. Get that money. And,
Great question in chat. How to tell if it's a super scary NPC frigate from a super easy NPC frigate? Great question. Okay, coming in from Velxer. This is one of my biggest gripes with EVE Online. It's something I think they have to fix. Is there's no way to tell. You just have to kind of learn the hard way. It's like in other MMOs like World of Warcraft, if you click a mob and it has a green number, it's going to be easy for you, roughly speaking. If it has a yellow number, it's of experience, of level with you. If it has an orange number, it's hard. If it has a red number, real tough. If it's a skull, it's probably going to kill you. It's 99% chance you're going to die to a skull mob, okay? If you are in EVE, you just have to kind of learn that, oh, I'm in a wormhole. There's sleeper mobs here. They're tough. This is where the online guides come in. This is where third-party tools can help you with that. So I don't trust the bounty. This is a good point, Moondawn. I don't trust the bounty system because if something's worth 100,000 ISK and you're in a ship that's worth 5 billion, I think you're good. Yeah, come on, right? But if you're in wormhole space, the sleepers don't have a bounty, right? They just drop blue loot. So it totally depends on the ship you're in. It depends on what you're flying. It just depends. So it's not something you can know unless you play the game enough. This is where you have to learn the game and experience the game. I promise it's worth to learn it. Promise it's worth. Okay.
you know, live our best life. We'll check back in and tell you how much we got when we find a high-sec connection and sell it all.
Let's see what he sells.
I just gotta take a second here and just really appreciate how that pulsar interacts with, I guess, the whatever the fuck a wormhole is made out of. Look at that, it's beautiful.
Oh, with the light on the wormhole?
So cool looking.
How it reflects.
Get it all the way around without.
It is pretty sick.
There you go. Nice and easy.
He's using the Helldiver
Very cool.
mandatory 3 seconds to stop and appreciate your surroundings.
So, in an
Correct.
attempt to knock some of the rust off of my hunting skills,
Here we go.
I'm gonna try to catch this little heron here.
Combat. We got a frigate. Looks like a heron. So he's using combat probes on this Loki to scan down this heron. Okay. This heron should be able to get out.
Oh,
He's still on grid.
pretty fucking far away.
Way too far. He's still cloaked. He's gonna slow boat towards the heron. He's gonna try to stay cloaked as long as he can. Problem is,
Gonna go to the last one now?
he might miss the heron because the heron could just leave. I'm surprised the heron didn't descan and see the combat probes. This is one of our anti-gank guide. Our anti-gank guide talks about this. So Chlorokin is here, and the heron was just here, okay? And you can see he's now heading this way towards this other can. So Chlorokin's going to head towards this can instead of heading towards the heron to try to catch this other player doing this exploration. And if Chlorokin's real ballsy, he should wait for the heron to finish hacking the can and get the loot, and then kill him to take not just the heron, but the loot in the can as well. You know, let's see. It's gonna be good. Get him, buddy. He's still cloaked.
Far away.
He's still cloaked. He only goes 230. Pretty slow.
Absolutely nothing.
You should wait until...
I think our little buddy's going to get away.
If this is the situation where you're going very slow and this heron's going fast and you think he's going to get away, you can see his velocity up here. He's going 22. So he's got a micro warp drive. He's going real fast. You should try to, if you're hunting an explorer, you should wait until they start hacking. Because the minigame is going to take up their screen and they're clicking stuff, right? And they're might not be paying attention to their overlay. So wait till they start hacking, then uncloak and get to getting.
I'll make a play for him, though, see if he notices.
I agree, Nick. Must be a new bro. And there he goes. Afterburner. Overheats the afterburner. Going after him. 64 KMOA. Let's see if he gets it. He probably won't because he's still only going like 800. Probably need a micro warp drive or something like this, but I understand it's hard to fit these. 56 KMOA. He's probably finishing the hack right about now. Takes about 30 seconds.
We're coming in hot on him.
Definitely trying. Definitely trying.
He's warping off now.
And he's warping off. There it is. Just
So
didn't
safe?
have
Interesting.
to a safe. How he knows that Heron warped to a safe that he made, a safe point, is because he warped to nothing. There's nothing here. See how there's like little icons on this side of the screen? There's literally nothing where the Heron's warping to. So the Heron has a previously made safe and is warping there. Now a Heron does not have a covert cloak. So he could combat probe this guy down and try to go take him out. Could, but he did make the mistake to not set a warp in for the first time to warp. Then he jumped out to warp and jump into 10 cam to the can. Correct. So what Memphis is saying, when you spawn in on an exploration site like this, the best thing, let's say the Heron is here, okay? And there's a can here, can here, can here. All right. You and your ship, let's say you spawn here, okay? You're the squiggle in this. You're the upside down squiggle, whatever the heck. You first spawn in, everything's around you. So he's slow boating around. The best way to do this is to spawn in, warp in, cloaked, bookmark the can that the Heron is going to. Bookmark the can. Then you warp out to a Celestial, warp back to the can at 10 or whatever the heck. And then hopefully the Heron is at the can scanning when you get back, and then you can get to getting. Okay, that's what you should do. You have to use the bookmark system offensively. That's the way to do it. Okay. Let me turn back on. There you go. That's the way. You're correct, Memphis. Yes. Failure is a catalyst for improvement. Right, buddy, right, buddy. So he's using his D-scan to try to find where the Heron is, and he's positioning his combat probes to try to 1 or 2 pulse where this guy is. Cool. Really creative. Well done. Got a SIG. Got a SIG. He's trying. He's trying. He's got him within 3. He's got combat probes are there. He's used the D-scan.
He's gone.
1 ping only, Vasily. Gone. Gone.
As a quick note here,
that's how it goes sometimes.
We have trained all of our characters into the Tech 2 gas scoops.
Good. Correct.
So that should be very noticeable when we're clearing out the entire sites. And we should hopefully make a lot more money off it. Cool.
Incredible.
Oh, just watch this guy. Warp to the moon at 0. Just like right here or so. And in an Astero and decloak and poop out his probes and recloak. And I'm sitting here going like, oh my god. I just need to put some mods on this thing, like a scram or a disruptor and a full artillery pieces, and then put a decloak can there. I mean, I could conceivably just pick up explorers and people mapping holes, but at the same time, like,
True.
do I really want to like piss people off?
Nah, you could do
like,
that.
What if some major, group out here just warps here and gets decloaked?
People got to learn.
Having an off day.
He's saying that this, if you warp to a planet at 0, you'll actually be decloaked. Okay. What he's saying is like, man, I don't want to piss people off by like putting a Celestial there, and then when a ship warps in, it just automatically decloaks, and then you can get to scramming, take him out. He's saying, well, maybe I don't want to do that. No, freaking go get him, dude. Go get him.
And they're like, all right, fuck this kid. And
That's
then
true.
they can't.
You paid full money for that V key. Wear it out. D-scan it up. How do you defend on a Heron? D-scan all the time? Yep. We have an anti-gank guide over on my YouTube. Go check it out.
For a week just for fun. Do I really want to do that? I don't think I do. I don't think that's worth it. I think you got to be a bit more honorable than that if you want to pull off this playstyle.
You totally can.
And that's not even considering the fact
he's
that
actually touching on something that he's choosing to live in a wormhole without docking up. So he's choosing who to piss off. if you just put a decloaker on a planet at 0 and you start just indiscriminately just choosing violence, he's inevitably going to get what we call an even escalation, where players are going to show up and try to mess with him. So why piss off like Init or Frat if they just happen to be there for like a day, when you could keep not drawing attention to yourself, correct, Nick, by just killing some Vengers randomly? So.
The way our setup works is that we kind of dissuade people from wanting to attack the tower because there's absolutely nothing inside of it of value, right? So by putting more modules on it, it gets a little juicier. So one thing that was kind of irritating, or I found frustrating, was when I wanted to pop into another system and come right back out. I wanted to get the signature of the other side of the wormhole, and I didn't like having to scan down the whole system to do that. So I'm going to show you a real quick way to get the other side of the wormhole, the signature of it.
You just
Even
reduce
if
your
there's
probes
a lot that are clustered together and it's hard to see which one. There is a foolproof way to do it. So let's show you how quick this is. All right, first thing, you go through it.
I do. Sicarius asks, do you have an overview guide how to unclog the screen? I literally have just that. You just go to my channel, you type in overview guide, or overview, it's at the top. It's one of our most popular videos. So you can literally copy and paste my overview. Okay? Enjoy it. Enjoy it.
Next, we're gonna wait for it to appear. We're gonna right click, save location.
Yep.
Then you're gonna right click orbit 2500, activate all 3 of your first modules, open your map, click this button, make the thing as small as possible, click analyze.
What he's doing, my face is in the way, chat. There's a button on your probe scanner that will center probes. It's like this one here, center probes on your ship. And you put the AU all the way down to -25. So instead of the probe scanning this much, it scans this much, this little itty bitty thing, okay? That will automatically take the wormhole off of your probe scanner, the one you came in from. Because you don't need to scan it down, you already have it done. You came through the wormhole, right? So this saves you a lot of time.
Just close the map, approach the wormhole.
A lot of time.
Okay? We're gonna wait for the scan.
The sheer amount of tips we're getting in this video.
So we now know that this is TWL or TLW.
Yep.
We're gonna copy this into Pathfinder, and we have the return sig.
The sheer amount of wormhole tips in this video. Okay. It's just bananas how much value we're getting out of this.
Okay, now that's just weird. My C5 static, I go into it, and it's the same static I had yesterday. Same one. I even had my bookmark left over from when I checked it yesterday.
It's funny.
But this is a different entrance to the same hole. So this bookmark I just removed is not how I came in here today. No, I came in here yesterday, so probably really low odds of that. So if you're not aware of what different wormholes look like when they're in different states and different types, you are not alone. I also did not know a lot of that before I came out here, and now I'm starting to learn it. So if we look at this hole real quick, I want you to notice 2 things. Number 1, the wispy little lines around it, these things, where the mouse is right now, those are really faint. You can hardly see them right now, even though the graphics are turned all the way up. The other thing I want you to notice is the center here. It kind of looks like it's bouncing, right?
Yep.
Little bouncing center.
Unstable.
And what does that tell us? That tells us that this is at the end of its natural lifetime.
Did you know that the way the wormhole looks is actually intentional? How it's colored is going to denote what system it goes to. The size of it and whether it's undulating, okay, whether it's like pulsing, that's going to let you know if it's towards the end of its life. Depending on how big the cloud around the wormhole is, larger ships can pass through it. Every little thing is actually in the game. That's one of the reasons we're making this video. We're reacting to this so y'all can learn and get this good stuff.
So we don't even have to necessarily show info on wormholes. We can actually look at the graphics and analyze what's going on just by looking at it. Other tells are the wormhole actually physically shrinks when its mass quota is reached. The outside wispy things are color-coded based on the size of the wormhole. The inside is actually kind of color-coded, I guess you'd maybe call it, dependent on where it's going, right? So again, for anybody watching this that knows how wormholes work, this is probably painful, but for those of us that are still learning, it's really kind of cool that you can analyze the graphics themselves and know everything about it without even having to show info. Okay, now this is...
No, that's fantastic. And this is actually the reason that we're making these videos, because there's so much goodies to be learned from somebody who's just been boots on the ground and is learning his own journey through this Nomad playstyle. Ladies and gentlemen, more Nomad's Tale is going to be coming up very, very soon. The Prime second monitor content, the full playlist will be right here. Sub for more Eve guides. And ladies and gentlemen, make sure you go check out Kurokin. Make sure you go sub to his channel. We'll link that in the chat for you. Make sure you go check it out, y'all. We'll see ya in the next video. Thanks very, very much. Chat, that's Kurokin. This is Eve Online, and it's fan-frickin-tastic. Lyra, can you turn the songs on, please? Good choice, Lyra. Hell yeah. That gun. The frickin' bop, chat. All of a sudden, dude. Okay. Chat, make sure you go sub to Kurokin. Go support him. Go give him a like. I even said so it begins. This is a hour-and-a-half gauntlet of full chalk, full value, incredible stuff. Really sick. Really sick. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's do a giveaway. Let's do a giveaway. Typically, after a reaction like that, we're going to do a giveaway as a reward for you being here, you being a part of the conversation and enjoying our reactions, having a good time with it. What are we going to give away today, ladies and gentlemen? Maybe we give away a cheetah. This is we do just looking at a cheetah. Let's give away. This is a brand new skin in the Plex pack that you can get. Well, we have some for you. No need to spend IRL money. This, ooh, look at, oh, I love that. This is a cheetah skin. It looks like it's got like this data on the top of it. This looks sick with the little symbol on the side there too. Super cool. In order to win this skin, you got to first be following on Twitch or subbed on YouTube. Then you have to be in my Discord. Do those two things and you'll be eligible to enter in and have a good time with it. Come on down. If you do a tutorial on the Air Career Agent, you can learn a lot, and there's tons of videos on it, correct? You're right about that, Nick. And Fantastic 17, the game is free to play. So you can check the link in the description to get 1,000,000 skill points. It saves you about a month of training time. Don't worry about spending any money. Game's free. Check out the game. Highly enjoyable, very excellent, fantastic MMO. One of the best MMOs in 20 years, truly. Truly. And not just because I play the game, not just because I make content for the game, but I make content for the game because I believe in the game. Does that make sense? I don't make content for the game because I want to make content for the game. I make content for the game because I believe in this community and I believe in this game, that this product that the devs have put out is really awesome. It's really sick. So, Apis, if you're doing the chat command on the vertical, it doesn't do anything. You have to follow the on-screen prompts to be able to get on in. Follow us, be in Discord, do those two things. That's it. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. What's up, Nico? It's good to see you. Come on down, everybody. We got a cheetah skin coming in. Cheetah skin about to be given. Let's do it. So, nice, you know my name. Honestly, same. My character was born 2008 December. My name. So call it 2009. Right. So, sheer fact EVE Online has retained players over years speaks volumes. I totally agree. It's got a concurrent player base of 20,000 people every hour, all day, every day. And that might not seem like a lot to some people. Well, 20,000 people is multiple. Is how many football stadiums? What is that? 12 football stadiums? Just all day? Nuts. What's the word? You're going to have to wait. I'm going to have to give it to you. Okay, pause. I'm going to have to tell you what the word is. It's just like 5 people and all their alts. Gone Link is right. It's only 5 people with all the alts. That is correct. All right, y'all. The last thing you got to do. Cheetah skin. The word is. That's true. I really do. The word is. Thank you. Everybody type thank you one time case sensitive into Discord. Type thank you one time case sensitive into Discord. If you are not following on Twitch or subbed on YouTube, you are disqualified. If you spam, you're disqualified. Don't spam. Just come on down. It's really simple, guys. Follow the on-screen prompts and just keep it going. You know, I've seen so many MMOs dies. Same, dude. Same Z's. It's unfortunate, but that is also how that goes, baby. You know, that is how that goes. So we will see. Nice, you know my name. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. So, yo, that's pretty sick, Sovereign. Hey, is it your birthday, Sovereign? Happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday. I love it. If I'm mostly high-sec wormhole mining, but I'm drone stacked for stats, waiting for Ishtar skills, what content should I try Shift to use to get the Ishtar. Is the Dami worth it? I love the Dami. Dami's great. B Blues, if you're trying to type in Twitch chat, don't work. Got to be in Discord. Follow on-screen prompts. Okay? On-screen prompts. That's the way to do it. Azarian, Dami's great. I flew the Dami Navy for literally years. Literally years. We do have a Mackinac fit, Gracky. We got a full Mackinac guide for you on YouTube with all of our stuff. Go check it out. It's awesome. What you should do, Azarian, unironically, is you should get into PI. Unironically. You're already doing those kinds of things. Let PI work for you while you're off doing other things, okay? When you're in Omega, we have a full PI playlist. It took me a year to make. It took me a year to do all the things. When you have this stuff going, you just start making a ton of ISK. I make 1.4 billion ISK every 4 days on one character. I have many accounts. Okay? Do you understand how we're paying for our upcoming subathon? 1 trillion ISK is our goal to give it away. 1 trillion ISK. We're already at 500 billion in giveaways. It's PI, dude. Do PI. Do PI. Thanks for that. Rogue Wolfino, thanks for the Twitch
Prime. Out of your mind, thanks very much. We were filming, so I didn't get to call it out. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime. Any primers in chat, any primers, check for Twitch Primes.
That's it. Got my all training PI skills. Azarian, you're smart. You're smart. What's a good ship for Wormhole combat sites? Any T3 cruiser. I use the Proteus. Great question. Do all those characters have to be in the same corp? You don't have to, no. But mine, all my alts are. My main characters are in the same corp, and my alts are in a corporation that I own. Okay, that is mine. So, you know. So, yo, welcome back to Eve Apis. You're back to Eve after 3 years, and you're in a Wormhole corp. Look at that, dude. You're doing it. Proud of you. Well done. Well done. All right, y'all. When I type sold, this giveaway is done. Going once. Going twice. Last call. 5, 4,
3, 2, 1. Soul, baby.
That's that. Soul, baby. That's that. They buff Explo again. They did. They recently changed the ghost sites. It was Tuesday, I think. Tuesday. Ghost sites are easier now. Which? Heck yeah. Yeah. Will you wait till I took a bite? You know my name, gifting 5 subs. Well done. Thank you. Over on Kick. God bless you. You know my name. Thank you for that. Big deal. Big deal. That alert is, I can't change it. I've tried changing it. It is very loud. It's very frustrating. So let me try to turn it down. Everybody go follow me over on Kick. Thank you for that. Very similar to Twitch. Great times over there. So, that's right, Burn. That's right. Well done. Thank you very much for that. You know my name. Appreciate that. Thanks for that. Need to fix the sleeper sites? I mean, hell yeah, dude. Yes, please. Would love some sleeper fixes. So, all right, y'all. Yet let the goodies come on down. The winner of our cheetah skin is Bro is brand new, chat. Bro is brand new. Okay, you like the sound? There it is. You know my name. You know my name likes the sound. The winner of the cheetah skin is a brand new member of the community, and Saranyan. Well done. Well done. You did it. You did it. Thanks for the kick follow, not real. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Welcome in. Thank you again for the gifted subs. Unironically, Miklas, thanks for the biddies. Thanks for that, my friend. The best place to support this brand is Patreon, Kick, and YouTube. Not Twitch. It's just not Twitch. So if y'all want to follow me on other platforms, because I don't know if Twitch is going to last another couple of years. I really don't. I'm going to keep saying it because I really just don't think they will. So, ooh. Don't worry about that, Trent. Don't worry about that. Just some buy orders. Your boy is hitting. Okay. Asparian, what is your name? I'm going to pin that message. Sore Onion. God, your names are crazy, child. I love it. We're going to take this skin. We're going to put it in the giveaway done folder. This is your skin. Nobody else is going to get it. I'm going to DM you after stream. Ansor. I can't pronounce your full name because my dyslexia. I can't handle it. I'm going to DM you after stream and give you this beautiful cheetah skin. Look at this freaking thing, chat. Look at this. Beautiful. This is from the Plex pack. We were just doing a reaction about a cheetah and about exploration, and now you get to have the best looking cheetah. This is an incredible looking skin. Is this better than the Capsuleer Day skin? No. Oh man, that's a good looking skin. I love this one. What good stuff they did during that event. Incredible stuff. So amazing. Hey, Gregulus, it's good to see you. Yes, you get a bunch of Wormhole goodies from being here. I tell you what. All right, y'all. It's time we do another segment. We're going to talk about this, and this is actually something that might not seem like a big deal to you, but it is a big deal because the item that got changed is actually affecting the global market in EVE Online. So let's see. Let me get the stuff loaded, and then we're going to continue forward. Okay, so everybody say hi, YouTube. Everybody say hi, YouTube, baby. You're gonna be featured. Well, one of the most interesting items in EVE Online is now cheaper, and we're going to talk about it. Yes, MCT, multiple character training. Should you care? How can you use it? And even if you don't want to spend real money, how it's going to affect you in our favorite game. And if you want the best EVE guides, you came to the right place. Ladies and gentlemen, Loru here, digital advertiser, content creator, and EVE enjoyer for the better part of 10 years now. And this is Marquee's store. We already know about it. The link will be in the description for you. You already know what it is. MCT is now cheaper. MCT, as of today, just got changed today, and it's now cheaper. Let's talk about what MCT is. MCT stands for Multiple Character Training. So on your account, I'm on this character. I have a skill queue that is going. You have 3 slots per account, but you can only train 1 slot at a time, unless you get an MCT, unless you get a multiple character training and show it up. This will unlock one of these, unlocks 1 month for 1 character training. So one of these for now $10 is going to get you 1 month of character training on that character. Why is this such a big deal? Let me break this down for you. And all of this is going to be detailed out on our Patreon, and we use our Patreon like it's a blog. So this came out, thanks for using my code. This came out today. So let me type it up after stream, and then we're going to talk about it. The 1x1 is now $10 down from 15. Let me do this. This used to be 15. Okay, so used to be 15. This 2x1 used to be 29 and change. It was like just under. Okay, so assume all of this is dollars. I'm not going to keep drawing the dollar sign. The $3 one, that's $24, was $41. What the heck? This one, the 6X, was $78, is now $42. Look at a massive reduction. And the 12-monther, that is $72, used to be $144, literally a half price. And the big one, the 24X, used to be $270, just shy, is now $120. Let me break this down for you in a way that's way easier to understand, ladies and gentlemen. This one right here is $10 for 1 MCT. Okay. This one right here is $9 for 1 MCT. Excuse me, $9 for 1. This one is $8 for 1. Are you noticing a pattern? Okay. This one is $7 for 1 MCT. This one is $6. And this one is $5. So if you're getting MCT, the cheapest way to get MCT is right here. Now, of course, you have to spend $120, but it used to be $270. Why the massive decrease? I can tell you right now. I don't know. It's one of those things. I'm like, why the heck is this getting cut in half? I'm not complaining. With that said, the deal is sick. This is a permanent price change. This is not a sale. This is not a deal, and these are account bound and cannot be sold. Great question from Hexa coming in. Account bound, cannot be sold. Yes. So that's what they are. That's the big sale on them. Before I go any further, some of you are never going to spend real money on this. So why should you care? MCT affects the global ISK marketplace. Let me prove it to you. In here, what MCT does typically is mainly for skill farmers. Skill farmers make large skill and indeed small skill injectors as well. They make both of these. Let me make this window a wee bit bigger. Okay. You can see the price of LSIs have been consistently going down, going up a little bit, plummeting, holding down. And then today you can see, and this change came out today, it's now cratering. It's going from, what was it before? It was at 0.79 billion. Now it's 0.78. So not a crater. It's just going down a lot. Okay. It's going down. Why the sudden downturn? Because this is going to make LSIs more plentiful. Skill farmers are selling their wares. If you're watching this video today, we're going to put this out today. Okay. If you're watching this video, put buy orders in for LSIs in like 4 days, 3 days, because supply and demand, basic supply and demand, supply is about to go up. So price is about to go down. That's how that's going to be. I think this is going to be the best way that you can do this. So what I recommend you do, ladies and gentlemen, is in 3 to 4 days, not today, let the price keep going down. Put buy orders in for LSIs. They've been going for like 7.9. You can put buy orders in for 7.5. You can probably get these for like 700 million, maybe lower. Let's see how the market kind of ebbs and flows. No matter where the price lands, you're going to be able to get these for cheaper than you normally do. This is not just about LSIs. It's also about the thing that makes LSIs, skill extractors. Okay, skill extractors are the base thing that the skill farmers use to make LSIs. And you can see like the market used to be here. CCP had a big sale. Now it's closer to here and we've been chilling. But notice again, today it's going down because the skill farmers know. And I just actually had a buy order of 18 skill extractors fulfill right before this. I've been buying these up myself, getting ready for our big subathon coming up. Okay. We've been getting ready. I got 60 of these over the past day just because I've seen, okay, hey, the price is going to go down. I saw that this happened literally this morning. I put some buy orders in. That's how we do this. It's just, this is what we have to do. So make sure you're putting your buy orders in for these and getting bigger, badder items, even if you don't care about this real money price differential. So this is important because skill farming, skill extracting is a massive, massive amount of items every single day. And this price getting cut in half is going to make those more accessible. Do you know how LSIs are so expensive right now? Now they're going to be way more affordable, at least comparatively to where they were, because the supply of these are going up. So if you, like me, have way too many things in your skill queue, 862 days, because I just queue up all of the 20-day skills just to call it a day, whatever the heck. If you want to fly in your favorite ships, it's about to be cheaper to do that, both in-game and with the best card, the credit card. Okay, so these are account bound. We're going to keep saying it because goodness freaking gracious, we have to keep saying it. So these are the best prices we've ever seen. What I recommend you do with this is you go to our YouTube. We have a skill farming guide, a alt farming skill extractor guide. And I have to go rewatch American Sniper whenever I see it in my feed. It's time to rewatch it again. Okay. This skill extractor guide right here, this will be linked in the description for you. Can you afford not to train your alts? Quiet, you big-nosed, receding hairline nerd. I'm talking. Thank you very much. You're going to look for the video that has this thumbnail right here. Okay. This is going to tell you how to unlock the game and how to not just great movie, right? Unknown. You're not just going to farm LSIs. You're going to also be able to farm PI, do some industry. Even if you don't want to spend real world money, this video is a mandatory watch, in my opinion. Check this video out. It's going to absolutely unlock the game. And now that it's cheaper, you can get these even more effectively. So let me end this video with my favorite thing for you. If you use code Loru, you can get it for even less, a double discount. Now, I know this is not a very big discount. It's just a couple bucks. I'm an affiliate. I get a cut. You get it for a little bit cheaper. Why I keep talking about this? Would you like to spend even less money again? It's the same item you were already going to get for less money. So you might as well use my code, LORU, code Loru, or your favorite creator's code to get this for even cheaper. There's a Plex sale going on right now. That's why we were talking about that earlier on stream as well. So this is the best way to utilize the MCT. If you're trying to get skill farming going, you can get these for now literally half off. The best one is the 2-year one. Which one do I think is the best value for the common man? For the person that is not going to go drop a couple $100 on a digital good, which one is the best for you? Let me show you. It's going to be the 3-month pack. I'm going to tell you why. Okay, the 3-month pack is going to get you 3 months of MCT for one character. Using this video is going to let you get PI unlocked and industry unlocked. Are you tired of logging onto your main when you're on an op in some faraway place and you've got some industry pending and you can't press complete because you're far away. I now do all of my industry on my alts. I sign out, press done, sign back into my main. With 3 months, you can get PI and industry unlocked. I don't have to tell you how much money we're all making after following my PI guides. You all know I make 1.4 billion ISK every 4 days on one character. Y'all, if it's not clear, we're trying to make it so that you can get the best possible stuff for your characters and unlock the game. The best part about the 3-month pack, you train PI on your character. You don't need to buy this again. As long as that character is Omega'd, you can keep having PI on that character for all time as long as it's Omega'd. Unlock the game. Check out our playlists. We try to make it super simple for y'all. MCT just got put on sale, and if you want more news like this, we can bookmark this playlist. It's our Space MMO EVE Online news, and if you want the best EVE guides, sub right here. For 32,000 of you have subbed. Thanks for that. We're close to 33. We'll see you at 33. We'll see you in the next video, y'all. Thanks very, very much. Yowzer. How do you make 1.4 billion ISK every 4 days? Time to watch my guide. But seriously, so that's actually how we're going to do it. Lyra, if you don't mind. So amazing, amazing. He called me out. Respect. I'm, you know, we got to do it. We got to do it. See, account bound is an interesting term. I remember calling it soul bound. That's fair, Linksa. That's super fair. So this is a big one. This is a big one. My skill extractor buy orders have already been purchased, and what I'm gonna tell you is I'm not gonna put any more buy orders in on this until maybe tomorrow. I'm gonna let the market kind of see what happens, because this MCT sale, it might plummet prices. It might only move it like 10 million ISK. That's why I'm gonna wait like a little bit and just see what's up. I already have 60 skill extractors for my own LSI farming. I'm not worried about it. I'm just gonna hold for a little bit longer, and then we'll just come back another day. Okay, so we'll just come back another day. So is the audio completely trashed? Trashed? You guys have bad audio? Check 1 2. Check 1 2. My audio sounds fine to me, bro. Chat, type 1 if my audio is fine. Type number 1 if my audio is fine. Music is way louder than Loru? Really? Music is way louder than me? 1 second. Audio is fine, chat? Okay. I mean, I'm looking at this. My audio levels are like, I have -20. I don't know what's going on with you, Bori, but sorry. Thank you for the flag, Bori. I really appreciate that. But my audio is like -20 dB. So, got a haircut one? I really did, dude. I had to chop it off, brother. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Apis. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Okay. Must be me thing. Gotcha, Bori. Yeah, I'm not sure. Bori, is your Spotify on right now? You know? Is anybody able to hear Loru? I can't hear over my own playlist. I got you, Bori. I just messed with you. I got you. Isn't that crazy, chat? New MCT prices drop today. Today. Gonna be nuts. Gonna be nuts. So, all right, y'all. Let's do another one here. All right, chat. All right, chat. What we're gonna do, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna go hit the head super fast. You know, I have to go. You must take your water and deposit it at the well. Okay, so I gotta go take a quick break. We're gonna be back in about 5 minutes. When we return, what kind of giveaway should we do when we return, y'all? Because we're gonna do a giveaway. We're gonna reward the people that stick around. That's how we do it, see? What should we give away when we return? Do I have ships, fully fitted ships to give away still? We have, that one's done, that one's done. You guys still need to talk to me. That one's done. We did get there's another one. Which one was it? This is a fully fit hook bill that you can use to go print ISK in the Abyss. And it's only 26 million ISK. So what I'll do is I'll give away a hook bill and I'll give away a Firetail skin. Now it's a 200 million giveaway, where this Firetail skin is 170 million ISK, and this fully fit hook bill, you can go do Abyss in it today. Incredible ship. Hookbill, one of the best ships in the game, in my opinion. And we're going to do a 200 million ISK giveaway when we return. So 200 million ISK giveaway when we return back in 5. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, back in 5 with the goodies. We'll be right back with more EVE in just a moment. Chat, I am late. I know. Hey, listen, y'all. Listen. We're going to do a giveaway later. I got to end stream right now. We got one of our appliances having a problem. Late. It's all good. We got a appliance guy coming next week. It's having a problem or something, whatever. So look, I got to end stream. I had a bunch more segments planned. I had all this stuff going on, so I got to go deal with house stuff. And that's what happens when you work from home, right? So what I want to do is I want to stream again today. So watch Discord, okay? Watch Discord because it's all fine, y'all. Nothing bad is happening. Just, I got to go take care of some stuff. So, hey, great seeing y'all. Really great show today. I had an awesome time. Let's keep hanging out today. Check Discord, okay? Check Discord for where the next things is going to be. No raid. We're just going to go, and I'll talk to y'all later, okay? So, hey, we will see you again tonight. Give me a couple hours, I think. You know what I'm saying? IRL takes priority, all right? So we'll see you next time, chat. Hey, if I don't see you, we'll see you next week.